We have now completed the entire management wrapper, clauses 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10. We have built the engine. Now we enter module 4, which covers clause 8, operation of the service management system. This is the biggest module because it covers the actual processes, the doing part of the job. This is where we talk about the things you recognize: service desk, incident management, change management, etc. So our first group of operational processes is the service portfolio. This covers the what, who, and how of our services. We have service catalog management 8.2.4, defining exactly what we sell to the customers. We have asset management in 8.2.5, knowing what equipment we own, and configuration management, knowing how those assets are connected. Finally, service delivery 8.2.1 covers the ongoing operation, ensuring that we actually deliver what defines the service. So clause 8.1 acts as the bridge between the high-level plan, clause 6, and the actual work. It is the operational control layer. Crucially, this clause requires you to control plan changes and review the consequences of unintended changes. If a process drifts off course, you must have controls in place to bring it back. It also reiterates the need to ensure that any outsourced processes are controlled. You are still the pilot, even if someone else is fueling the plane. Clause 8.2.1 is the general operational clause. It simply states, do the work. You must operate the service management system to ensure services are delivered. Crucially, it requires coordination across the life cycle. You can't just build a service and throw it over the wall. You must manage it from design to transition to operation and even retirement. The primary goal here is to meet the service requirements, which is what the customer needs at the agreed levels. If you're delivering the service but missing the targets, you're not compliant. Before we can deliver, we must plan. This clause focuses on determining the requirements for existing services, example, keep the email running, new services, example, launching the new AI bot, and changes. An example could be upgrading the ERP system. You must document these requirements. Fast is not a requirement. Response within 2 seconds is a requirement. This document becomes the baseline for your service level agreements. So we move on to 8.2.3. The buck stops here. I mentioned this in clause 4, but clause 8.2.3 makes it operational law. You're responsible for your suppliers. Let's kind of look into the types of suppliers. You must control, number one, internal suppliers, example, the network team in another building. Number two, the external suppliers, an example could be a cloud provider. And number three, the customers. Yes, sometimes the customer supplies part of the service, like providing their own hardware. You must control that interface too. Contracts and agreements, you must have documented agreements, contracts or SLAs, with all these parties defining exactly what they do. Now, the service catalog is your menu. It lists everything you offer to your customer. It's a single source of truth. It must be the single source of consistent information. You can't have one list on the website and a different list in the service desk tool. Sorry. And for each service, it should list name and description. In other words, what is it? It should list status. Is it live, in development, or retired? It should list dependencies, what does it rely on, and it should list service levels, what is the gold, silver, bronze offering. Crucially, the relevant parts must be available to the people who need them. Customers need the menu, support staff need the technical details, etc. Now, you cannot manage what you don't know, what you don't know you have. So asset management is about tracking the financial and physical life cycle of your assets. So what does the scope include? It covers hardware. Examples could be servers, laptops, routers, etc. It covers software, such as licenses, crucial for legal compliance. This covers information, data sets, and intellectual property. You must track an asset from acquisition, which is buying it, through deployment, using it to disposal, throwing it away securely. If you throw away a hard drive without wiping it, you have failed asset management and security. While asset management is about ownership and value, configuration management is about relationships and functions. We call the components configuration items. What is a configuration item? It is anything that needs to be managed in order to deliver the service. This can be hardware, software, documentation, or even people. The CMDB, or Configuration Management Database, the heart of this process is the CMDB. It doesn't just list the items, it maps the relationships between them. The application runs on this server, which is connected to this switch, etc. Well, why do we do this? So that when a server goes down, we know exactly which business services are affected. And without a CMDB, we are flying blind. We are now moving to the relationship and agreement group. This is about managing the people and contracts that make the service possible. There are three perspectives. This group covers three distinct relationships. Business relationship management, which includes the strategic relationship with customer. Number two, service level management. This is a tactical performance-based relationship, the contract. And thirdly, supplier management. It's a relationship with those who help us deliver, which is the supply chain. Business relationship management is not about fixing printers, it's about understanding the customer's business. The business relationship management is advocate for the customer within the IT organization. They identify customer needs and ensure that the service management system is evolving to meet them. They're responsible for measuring customer satisfaction. Are they happy? If not, why? They also handle complaints, not technical incidents, but complaints about the service provision itself. So what you have on this particular slide is a relationship between organization, customers, and suppliers. So you have a customer up on the top with different service level agreements, providing multiple services via a service provider. And the service provider further has contracts with external suppliers and agreements with internal suppliers. So a good slide that brings about a better understanding of the relationship between organization, customers, and suppliers. While the business relationship management is a relationship, service level management is the contract. Its job is to negotiate and agree on these service level agreements. Oh, sorry. What are the contents of a service level agreement? An SLA must be clear. It defines targets such as 99.9% availability. Another example would be 4-hour resolution time. And it must be agreed upon by both parties. SLMs don't just sign the document, they monitor performance against those targets. If we miss a target, service level management initiates a service improvement plan. They conduct regular service reviews with the customer to go over the reports. For example, we missed the target in June because of power outage. Here is what we are doing to fix it. Well, just as we manage the customer, we must manage the suppliers. This is supplier management. It starts with selecting the right supplier. Can they actually deliver? You must have a documented contract or agreement. It must align with your customer SLAs. Don't promise your customer a 4-hour fix if your supplier has a 24-hour fix contract. You must monitor their performance. Are they meeting their SLAs? If not, you need to manage that dispute and drive improvement.